Muhammad Ali is watching this right now.
What would you tell him?
I'm a U.S. Marine, baby. Hold on, I'm coming.
Okay, do you want to
hold
tell
on,
him
I'm
anything?
coming.
Yeah, if you want to say
That's
something.
it, hold on, I'm coming.
Okay.
I'll be there, and it's going to get ugly.
Into the fight. Ali smells his blood.
It was March 31st, 1973, in the sweltering heat of San Diego. Under the packed arches of the sports arena, the air was electric with anticipation. That evening, the crowd eagerly awaited the arrival of the greatest boxer of all time, 31-year-old Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali!
Ali stepped into the ring with the reputation of a living legend, riding a streak of 10 decisive victories after his first career loss to Joe Frazier. For Ali, this fight was little more than a warm-up, a stepping stone on his way to a championship rematch. Confident in an easy win, he barely bothered with serious training, assuring everyone that victory was inevitable.
Oh, I'm ready. I can go. Don't get me wrong now. I'm not going to lose. I'm not even worried about it. Then even if I don't run, I'll just stay there and whip him. We're in the corner. Oh, we both trading. Seems gonna be taking it. I'm not gonna stand there and get in the corner just because I'm in the corner to do that. I get in the corner, I get scared, and I start cooking.
But in the opposite corner stood a man who had no intention of being just a backdrop to Ali's story. His name was Ken Norton.
Ken Norton!
At 29 years old, Norton's physique looked as though it had been sculpted from solid marble. He was no ordinary boxer. A former U.S. Marine, Norton had served as a radio intercept operator known for his iron discipline. It was during his time in the Marines that Norton discovered his talent for boxing.
Well, basically, I got involved in the boxing when I was about 23 years old in the Marine Corps. It's a very late age to start, but then again, in high school and college, I was not introduced to boxing because in the city I lived in, which is a very small town in Illinois.
In a short span, he amassed an impressive record, 24 wins, 22 by knockout, and claimed the Marine Corps Boxing Championship 3 times. After leaving the military in 1967, Norton turned professional. The ex-Marine possessed phenomenal physical strength and a unique fighting style. He employed an unconventional cross-arm defense, tucking his chin behind his crossed arms as he advanced on opponents with the relentless force of a tank. Norton's signature weapons were a devastatingly powerful left hook and a sharp overhand punch. By the time he faced Ali, Norton had already dismantled numerous tough fighters, building a record of 29 wins. Yet to the general public, he remained an unknown. A struggling single father, Norton took on any job he could find, even working as a sparring partner for Ali's nemesis, Joe Frazier. Frazier paid Norton $500 a week, a fortune for Ken at the time, but it came at a cost. Day after day, Norton absorbed Frazier's punishing left hooks. This grueling experience not only honed his unorthodox cross-arm defense, but also gave him a crucial realization. If he could withstand Joe Frazier, he could withstand anyone. Meanwhile, Muhammad Ali, still rebuilding his career after the loss to Frazier, was looking for an opponent for what he called a tune-up fight. Ali's team sought a big, muscular fighter who would look good on a poster but wouldn't pose a serious stylistic threat. Ken Norton, with his athletic build and relative obscurity, seemed like the perfect candidate. Ali agreed to the fight but barely trained for it. According to contemporaries, Ali spent his time playing golf and giving interviews while Norton was grinding away in his training camp, his knuckles raw from relentless preparation. Norton drew inspiration from Napoleon Hill's principles, visualizing his victory over Ali thousands of times before stepping into the ring. And so, on that hot March evening in 1973, at the sports arena in San Diego, the two men entered the ring to determine who was truly the stronger fighter.
Jumped. And as the fight is about to get underway, we'll develop the scoring system for you here in California. It's not easy, believe me. They call it simple, and it's so complex it warrants a long explanation. The bell for round 1.
From the very first round, it was clear this would be no walk in the park. Norton wasn't intimidated by Ali's greatness. With his chin tucked low and his signature cross-arm defense firmly in place, he methodically pressed forward.
Kenny Norton in the blows. Ali with the flicking left to keep Norton off. You'll hear the crowd yell virtually every time Kenny Norton throws a punch. San Diego's his hometown.
Let's put him on to what he says.
We've got a minute to go in round one. You saw that left attemptedly thrown by Norton. It came from way out. He telegraphed it. We have the mandatory 8 count in this fight. The pre-knockdown rule is waived. No scoring, no saving by the bell. Half a minute to go. The crowd excited as Ali was pinned in the corner, but you saw him blocking those punches with his arms and with his gloves. We're approaching the end of round one.
In the second round, a moment occurred that would forever be etched in sports history. Norton broke through Ali's playful defense and landed a brutal right cross directly on the champion's jaw. That punch fractured Muhammad Ali's jaw, but the great champion, spitting blood, refused to surrender and fought on through excruciating
Wins
pain.
the fight. Good left there by Norton. That excited the crowd. Then the other man and still lose the fight. That's what happened once to Floyd Patterson here in California when he fought Jerry Quarry. Another thing about California, Norton trying to make good use of that left and succeeded. And missed the second round. 1 minute gone in it. Left is getting into Ali. Truth is, Ali looks sluggish up to this point. You have to wonder, Yancey. We saw Ali last night at a party, actually. Wasn't doing anything, just sitting there. You have to wonder if he's taking Norton too light with him.
That is true. I don't think he's going to take him too light. I mean, just a matter of he getting to Norton there. Clay is doing it. He's a smart fighter. He got a stand-up fighter, and I don't think any stand-up fighter can whip him.
Well, it's pretty bluntly spoken. The right got into Ali, and then a left. And Norton is coming after him. If nothing else, Norton's confidence is growing. A left to the stomach. At the end of this round, by the way, for our stations around the country, if we get a chance, we're going to give them an opportunity to identify themselves. Not a bad round for Kenny Norton. Well, we're approaching the end of round two. We'll return with more of ABC's Wide World of Sports right after this message from our local stations.
The following rounds turned into a bloody chess match. Ali tried to use his footwork, dancing and stinging Norton with jabs from a distance. But Norton was relentless. He cut off the ring like a predator cornering its prey.
All right, now you see Ali for the first time beginning to dance. Up on the toes, circling to the left. Oh, the public is beginning to see the first touch of Muhammad Ali. We're just past the minute mark in round three.
is really mess sex in the need now. Come on.
Getting a vision of the dancer here with the left flicking in. This is the way Ali usually likes to handle his opponents. This is vintage Ali.
That kid would check him a little bit. He would do much better, but he's falling around. He's going to get hit.
Nancy Durham, Joe Frazier's manager. We're going to bring Joe in the next round because predictions and make them stick. That was a lot of years ago, and Ali is now 30, close to 31. Note the way Kenny Norton turns his right foot, often appearing to be off balance. I want to talk next round to Joe Frazier about that, who sparred with him so often. We're approaching the end now of round 3. And then started to fight the Ali way, as you see him now doing. On the toes, circling steadily to the left, keeping the opponent on the move, using the full ring. Norton said he wanted to cut the ring in half on Ali. He didn't even have to do it in the first 2 rounds because Ali showed no movement. What do you make of that, Joe? You sparred with the guy.
Otherwise, this is the way Kenny moves to get his power. Otherwise, other guys move different kind of ways to get their power. And I think this part of Ken's way of moving.
That, of course, was Joe Frazier, the former heavyweight champion of the world and the only man ever to have beaten Muhammad Ali. Now you see Norton with Ali in the corner, and Ali is just blocking the blows with his gloves and arms. But, of course, the action encourages the fans here in the San Diego Sports Arena. Angie, what's going on with Muhammad? I don't see any movement, any puncher.
He's starting to wear this guy out. Don't worry about it. There's a lot of direction to what he's doing. He knows what it's all about, Howard.
Angie Dungay, the trainer of Muhammad Ali, sitting just over past Joe Frazier.
Come on, Lucy.
We're coming to you live from the San Diego Sports Arena on ABC's Wide World of Sports. Muhammad Ali against Kenny Norton. 4th round. A little more than a minute to go. And an almost startlingly dull Ali. Angie Dundee says he's wearing Norton down. One wouldn't think that, but his experience, 41 victories, 1 defeat, he'd have to wear down a man who's never really fought a class opponent. Although Kenny Norton does have 30 victories against only 1 defeat. Well, I guess the crowd now senses that Ali is doing nothing, while Norton presumably may be punching himself out, so the crowd is beginning to boo. Ten seconds left in round 4.
By the midpoint of the fight, legendary commentator Howard Cosell shouted into his microphone in disbelief. Either Norton is much better than we thought, or Ali has aged catastrophically.
But certainly Kenny Norton's confidence is building up. This unknown, unheralded youngster. One wonders when Ali is going to begin to move. Oh, there may have been one other time I've seen him fight this way. That was in that rematch at Madison Square Garden against Floyd Patterson, where Ali did virtually nothing for 5 rounds and then sprung into action and quickly ended the process. Whether or not he can do that against a young kid with the body of Norton, I don't know. Well, while virtually nothing continues to happen, Sports Tripleheader beginning at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, the NBA basketball playoff, the Knicks against the Bullets. Then my magazine show, the opening of the baseball season, because the Boss Indians team and Kurt Flood, the former all-star center fielder of the National League. And then finally live, the Atlanta 500 will not be seen in Atlanta and the surrounding areas. That's a triple header on ABC Sports tomorrow over most of these stations. We are coming up to the 2-minute mark. 1 minute left in round 5. You can figure that out for yourself. There's been nothing like Muhammad Ali, except for the 3rd round with some dancing and some movement. He has been substantially in ring center, not his bag at all. Left got into Norton there, but he wasn't hurt. Don't know he had somebody.
Here's Donnelly.
On the first 5 round, either Kenny Norton is a smarter, much better fighter than anybody thought.
He's good. He's done me for like 5 years, and I think he know the rope. As a lot of people think that he know the ropes out there. He know what he's doing.
I was excited by that. Ali back in the corner, right above it. We're a minute into the 6th round, and this is getting interesting. Going to have to do it. Start doing it. We're almost a minute and a half into the 6th round. Angelo, empty. What is wrong with your fighter? Call me now. All right, we'll see what happens in this little bit right here. That was Angelo Dundee. Circling. 40 seconds left in round 6. Got what you would call a scintillating effort. Yep. I've seen him fight so many times in the past, and now that we're as far along as the 7th round, again, so unheralded a fighter as Kenny Norton. In down this mate lead, reportedly met with Herbert Muhammad Ali's manager. As you know, Yante Durham and Joe Frazier are both here with me at ringside. But the way this thing is moving along, you may not be hearing so much about an Ali for me. Minute and a half left in round 7. Still no real action by Ali. Now here in California, one doesn't even conjecture with the scoring. At least that's been my experience. Remember, the winner of a round gets anywhere from 1 to 5 points. You just can't tell how the referee and the 2 judges are scoring. The referee is Frank Rustage. The judges are Hal Rickards and Fred Hayes, all veteran boxing men. But you can win a fight on rounds and still lose the fight in California on the total point system because of the system of scoring. Incidentally, you can also lose a fight on a foul in this state. This is a reminder of Fink and Phil Scott days in the Jack Sharkey era. In another tame episode, round 7 is moving sluggishly toward its end. Half a minute left. And if possible, we're going to give our stations around the country to Ken the opportunity to identify themselves.
Let's go. Let's go.
Come on with that, baby.
That's the top and end of the next thing.
Round is about to end. And just a moment, we'll link back with more of Wide World of Sports right after this.
In the 8th and 9th rounds, Ali, enduring unbearable pain from his broken jaw, went all in. He increased the pace, unleashing a flurry of punches, but the Marine stood firm. Norton absorbed the blows on his steel-like shoulders and countered with heavy jabs, snapping Ali's head back time and again.
Broken anything, there's nothing, you know.
Well, what do you think is wrong with him? Bertie, what do you think is wrong with the fighter?
There's not much wrong with him right now. He's fighting pretty good, Howard.
Well, that, of course, is from a corner where the still no punching, and especially in the right hand, no snap at all. Joe Frazier, I think that Ali has been trying. I just don't think it's there.
I think he's been trying to take Ken out. Like I say, I worked with Ken for 5 years, and he knows the ropes. He's a very good fighter. He knows what he's doing out there. He's not taking any chances. He's not giving no more than he can take.
Minute and 45 into round 8. Last time Ali appeared on Wide World Live was September of '66 against the Southpaw. And Ali didn't fight well that night. He was puzzled by the Southpaw stance, but nothing like this.
BB.
Two and a half minutes now gone in round 8. This thing could be a silent movie. The bite, Norton has controlled Ali, but hasn't taken advantage of it because his lip is too slow in its delivery and comes from too far away. A little bit of what we saw from Ali against Joe Frazier. Taking a risk against the ropes, and that cost Ali in the Frazier fight. You remember the 11th round? In my opinion, that was the turning point of that fight in Frazier's favor. Oh. Missing, low, slow, no snap. Oh, the crowd overrated that blow. One wonders if after this exhibition, Ali will still be proclaiming George Foreman an amateur. Less than a half a minute to go in round 9. Kenny Norton, not only lasting, but who can tell about the scoring?
Don't.
He's been the aggressor in the fight.
Come on, Tom. Let's go, Tom. Let's go, Tom.
Ali again with the gloves up against the ropes. Ali showing no movement and looking tired as Norton lifted him up a little bit off the ground. Curiouser and curiouser. Round 10, minute and a half gone. Ali hasn't gotten that left in this afternoon the way he usually does. It wasn't a quick snapping thing. Crowd now beginning to exhort Kenny Norton. Ali couldn't take advantage of the off-balance Norton. So much stronger. There's that to the midsection. And Joe Frazier is exhorting Norton to keep those blows into the midsection, which is now becoming a more open target. Now Norton's left is getting in there before Ali's. We are in round 10 with 10 seconds to go. You see the countdown on your screen. He's had over Ali, really, but still a fighter who's grown in confidence, and in the last round, the 10th round, began to land to the belly effectively, and even was getting the left jab in there much more quickly than he had earlier. Half a minute gone in round 11. Kenny Norton pulled a little trick there and actually laughed. Now Ali is beginning for the first time to show some fight and landing at some punches. However, Norton keeps coming in Ali, and Ali is against the ropes. Not delivering punches there, just blocking Norton's with his arms and gloves. Minute and 10 seconds gone in the 11th round. We've got less than a minute and a half in round 11. Believe it or not, round 11. Whom do you have ahead at this point, Nancy Durham?
We'll have the fight even going in this round.
The fight even. How do you score the fight up to this point, Joe Frazier?
I would say the fight's pretty close. Very close.
Okay. Nancy Durham and Joe Breeze in agreement as to the closeness of the fight. This round, Ali is doing well. Less than a minute to go. Not my intention to make any excuses for Muhammad Ali, as you see the countdown on the clock. Has he gone stale from the constancy of fighting? One has to wonder, is it all suddenly going out of him? Is he now but a relic of the fighter he was? It may be too soon for all of these questions, but certainly today's performance gives one pause to wonder. Round 11 running out, as you can say.
The 12th and final round arrived. Ali knew he was losing. He needed a knockout. He charged forward, trying to crush the upstart, but Ken Norton didn't flinch. In fact, in the final minute of the fight, he even managed to stagger Muhammad Ali.
What's Ali going to tell you now? That I, Joe Frazier, took all the fight out of him? Because that's what Ali said after Joe was beaten by George Foreman. As we pass the minute mark in the final round, he says the fight's no surprise to him because of the years he worked with Kenny Norton. A reiteration, basically, of what he had told us earlier. Round 12, when Ali would want to be scoring heavily and is not able to do so. Norton is throwing the leather. Ali is tired. Ali is really tired. He was just laughing at a body last fight, joking. Oh, the right fight. Come on, Mom. Solo. It's the one with the fight. A countdown for the end of the fight. Ali's mouth is bloody to left and a good fight. course, Norton himself is tired. You just saw him groping for breath against the ropes, but he knows what he's doing here. Maybe there is something in hypnotism because it's worked for Kenny Norton today.
When the final bell rang, Ali sat in his corner, pressing ice to his swollen, broken jaw, while Norton awaited his moment of triumph. The announcer stepped to the microphone and declared the winner, the former Marine, Ken Norton.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Frank Rustich.
7 points, Norton. 5 points, Ali.
One of the greatest upsets in boxing history.
This fight changed history forever. In one night, Ken Norton transformed from a struggling single father into a global superstar.
Muhammad Ali here. Keep
You were a confident fighter. I think everybody was completely wrong about you. How do you feel that you made your fight? Just the way you said in the pre-fight interview?
More or less, yes, I kept pressing him, making him move, and time himself out and followed his instructions explicitly. And it turned out it worked.
It sure did work. What now? What are your people going to ask for now, and what do you want to do now?
Well, my paramount goal is the championship, and I'll do whatever Eddie Futch says. He's my trainer. I have full confidence in Eddie Futch.
You know, Joe Frazier was sitting next to me throughout the fight, and he said he wasn't the least bit surprised. He knew how good you were.
Well, I think he did because we worked together quite a few times. Plus the fact Joe and I are very good friends, so I think it was a little partial.
Were you aware of the fact? Were you aware of the fact that you broke Ali's jaw in the first round?
No, I wasn't.
Were you aware of the fact that you had hurt him?
I know I heard him once or twice. But I wasn't aware of the fact that the jaw had been broken.
And did he touch you at all, hurt you at all?
He stumbled with one good right hand, but it was a mistake on my part. I was meant to roll it more, but I didn't. I just turned my head a little bit, which is a mistake, and I didn't make it again.
So whom would you want to fight next, Foreman or Frazier?
It makes me no difference, whatever Eddie says. The paramount goal is the championship. Well, Foreman has it.
Congratulations and good luck to you.